Hello everyone, I'm Nico, I work on Chrome. Chrome uses lots of LVM tags, I also work on LVM and Clang. And I noticed that over the last few years, building Clang on my laptop went from like 15 minutes to 45 minutes, which is a bit of a bummer. So I thought I'd try to fix this. Chrome builds fairly quickly and uses this by using something called Goma, which is a cloud compilation service where you every time you run Clang, it basically uploads all the input files to the cloud and then downloads an object file. And the client for that is open source. If you Google for Chromium Goma, you'll find the URL at the bottom. The server isn't publicly available yet, but will be eventually. So I thought I'd try building LVM with that. And I got it to work, and I can now build everything in 5 minutes on my laptop, which is great, but it took me forever to come up with this CMake invocation. So I'm going to rant a little bit about CMake now. I think LVM should keep using CMake. CMake does many things great. I don't think it's super awesome for actually working in LVM for building, syncing, working on things. If you want to switch from release to debug, that's really hard to do with CMake. So CMake is kind of slow, so it caches its output. Now it needs to solve one of the two hard problems of computer science. So if your build environment changes, say you update Xcode, you basically need to blow away your build directory and start new. Want to switch from debug to release, same thing. And every time, I needed many attempts to come up with this. So every time I had to delete the build directory, and yeah, this took forever. So the forever being an hour or so, and so the mature result of that is to throw it out. And also the build file syntax isn't great. So in Chrome we use something called GN to generate Ninja files, which I think is pretty good. So I thought I'm going to get back that 1 hour that I lost and going to spend a bunch of afternoons building a GN build for LVM. GN is also publicly available. isgit/gn under intro gives a good introduction to it. Yeah, so I basically made a GN build for LVM. So here's a benchmark. Running CMake to generate Ninja files takes a little over a minute. If you do it from scratch, and if you do it after syncing, it takes about 16 seconds, and running GN takes 35 milliseconds, so you can't really see it there. And so if something's 1,000 times faster, the original thing maybe did something wrong, I don't know. And things work, so I can run check-llvm, I can run check-lld, I can run check-clang, builds everything, all the tests pass, I can do that on Linux, Mac, and Windows, I can do this for these targets, there's debug release toggles, asserts on off toggles, some other build flags. And the workflow is you run gn-gen, some build directory, and then you just build. And the configuration is much easier. So there's this file args.gn where you can say use Goma equals true or Clang base path equals something. And you can modify things in there and then just rebuild, and then GN automatically reruns with the new settings. So you can easily switch between debug and release, for example. Or if you want to have a second build directory, you can copy over these args.gn files. Yeah, this is how GN files look. The thing at the right is the build.gn file for LVM undi name. So you just list dependencies on sources, and looks pretty similar to the CMake stuff on the left. The GN build doesn't use the LVM build.txt files at all. So the LVM has this duplicate redundant build. I thought that's maybe not needed. CMake has all the compiler invocation magic built in, which makes it hard to change. In GN, you basically have your own toolchain definitions. So this is the POSIX toolchain, where the command line basically says, hey, you run the compiler, we pass -md-mf, and we build a dev file and whatnot. And because of that, it's very easy to have an if use Goma, then prefix the compile command with Goma cc, which is how you invoke Goma, or to do basically arbitrary tweaking. GN is pretty simple. There's an auto formatter, so you don't need to do that. The configure step in the GN build runs at compile time, which means writing the Clang configure header can happen in parallel with actually building LD or LVM. I have a long rant about configure in general, that I don't have time for. There's a whole bunch of other cool features that GN gives you. For example, you can very easily compress all the tests into a zip, upload that to a server, and run tests elsewhere, and do something else locally in that time. And if you want to try it, it's on GitHub/Nico, my monorepo fork, and you can find me and talk to me, and maybe we can have an open table. Yeah, and I thought having 2 builds might be annoying, but turns out I've been using this for the last 8 months. It's fun. Okay, awesome.